Hey, this is Chad with Be Gone for Good in the heart of Utah. I apologize for not getting an update out to you, but it's been an eventful couple of days, so I'm going to get you all caught up right now. Um, Last time I left you, we were at a hotel in the middle of Colorado in the snow, and we left there to make our way through the Colorado mountains in an attempt to cross all the way through, hit Durango, and get down to Mexican Hat that day. That didn't exactly happen, and let me tell you why. Um, First off, we stopped in Ouray, Colorado, and it was in a snowstorm. It was amazing. Some of the most incredible riding I've ever done, and it really brings that town to life in ways that you can't even imagine. We stopped there and had a little bit of breakfast, lunch, and just got to know the town. The closest thing that I can say it correlates to is like a Park City, Utah, except more beautiful because beyond every building and in every direction you look, there are just mountains climbing right over top of you. It's a spectacular place and one I wish I could have spent a lot more time in. Pro tip: if you're in Ouray, or even if you've got a free minute while you're at work, check out the Ouray Police Department blotter. It is interesting and funny and witty and in ways that you couldn't imagine a police blotter ever could be. So definitely, if you get a chance to check out the Ouray Police blotter, do that. Hashtag best time of your life. We got out of Ouray after taking a few photos and videos and such, and again drove into a snowstorm. Probably one of the most difficult riding conditions I've ever been in, just because it was super cold. My face shield was completely caked up with wet snow. My windshield was caked up with wet snow. It was incredible. It was such a fun way to ride, but also you really got to pay attention. So, second pro tip: if you're going to be riding through the Colorado mountains, pretty much any time of year, bring warm weather gear. Bring warm gloves. Bring stuff for underneath your jacket, just in case it gets cold. Because apparently it can happen anytime. I know that they're having like a 300-year storm right now. It's totally unusual to be cold this time of year, but the last thing you want to do is get caught in it or be stuck with it and not be prepared. So just bring warm weather gear, maybe some long johns, something along those lines, especially if you're going to be camping. So coming out of Ouray, we start coming into other parts of Colorado, and we stop in Durango. Now, in Durango, we stop at this shop called the Moto Cafe, and we're dealing with Blaze up there. And what he's going to do is he's going to take care of Kevin's bike because the Recluse system is going a little goofy on him, and Kevin's bike needs handguards because he didn't get the bark busters in time. So we're going to get that stuff fitted. Unfortunately, he's not going to be able to do it that day because parts have to come in for the Recluse system. So we stay in Durango that night. Durango is also a cool little town. There's a main street that has shops and restaurants and all sorts of fun stuff on it. So we didn't mind hanging out in Durango. We also had a chance because Blaze set us up with a campsite off 25th and Main Street. Was our first time camping in Utah. And when I do the update vid of the entire trip, you'll be able to see each campsite and all that stuff. So if you're interested in the whole trip all is one, definitely subscribe to the channel, and I'll get that out once I get back home. We got to camp for the first time, made a fire. It was really, it was great. It was a really fun time, and it sort of felt like the beginning of the trip in a lot of ways. The next day we got up, we went back to Moto Cafe. About 12 o'clock, the parts came in, so we got out of there a little bit later than we wanted, just because it took a while to get everything done. But we hightailed it down towards Mexican Hat. Now, the ride from Durango to Mexican Hat is the reason why you bought a bike. You go from snow-covered mountains and 45-degree weather to the high desert flatlands of Utah at 75. The smells change, the temperature changes, the views change, the colors go from whites to greens to browns to reds. It's amazing, and it doesn't take long. Obviously, getting to Durango or or southern Colorado might take some time, but pushing that from southern Colorado across to Utah, it's just it's it's the ride of a lifetime. So we had a ton of fun doing that, and we got to Mexican Hat a little bit late, as we said, and we were lucky enough to find camping at Gooseneck State Park. Again, if you're in the area, if you're near Mexican Hat at all, you gotta stay at Goosenecks. It's beautiful. It's a one of a kind landscape feature, and it's so amazing to be out there. And if you stay awake long enough to see the starry sky, it blows you away. There's more stars than there is sky while you're out there, and it makes you feel small and insignificant and blessed all at the same time. It's amazing. So that was last night for us. So now we wake up this morning. We are officially going to begin the BDR. We are going to get off-road for the first time, and it's just maybe 4 or 5 miles away from Gooseneck State Park. So it's really simple to get to from there. Once you turn off the road, it's a gravel road, so it kind of breaks you in easily. Like, you'll see RVs out there and camper vans and even Priuses. So it's not a difficult road, but it is really, really fun, and it goes up and down and wraps around and turns, and the plateaus, the high like mountain plateaus are all around you. It's a great place to be. You'll want to stop every 2 minutes to take a different picture. So that leads me up to the event that happened today. So I'm coming around a corner. I'm going pretty fast, faster than obviously conditions warranted, and I don't quite make the turn. So I catch the right-hand side. There's a little bit of a rut with a little bit of a sand wall next to it, and I fall over on that side. It wasn't too fast, maybe 5-10 miles an hour. I tumble out of it, go through a couple of bushes, no big deal. And I stand up. I'm okay. Everything feels all right. I stand the bike up. Everything looks good on the bike. There's no fluids leaking out or anything. And I get it started. Starts no problem. As I start riding, though, I realize that I can't get above first gear. I can't get above first gear, allowing it to shift automatically or manually. It just will not go. I'm stuck in first gear. So the thing I want to let you know is this has not put me off the DCT at this point, all right? We stopped. We tried to talk to a bunch of people. Luckily, we were still in cell signal, so I could call different shops and Honda service people and see if there was anything they could do. We checked the forums to see if there was anything we could get fixed, but my bike will not shift gears. So right now, I am not on the BDR. You may notice that I'm not going very fast. I am stuck in first gear doing about 25 miles an hour, making my way from Mexican Hat up to Monticello, Utah, which is about 65 miles. It is not a fun trip. It's going to take about 3 hours, but I wasn't going to pay a $500 tow fee for a 3-hour trip. So here I am on the road driving to Monticello. If you'd like to know what happened to the bike, please subscribe to the channel. I will put updates out there and let you know what's going on with the Africa Twin DCT, what went wrong, ways to prevent it, what it costs to fix it, all of those things. I might still even be under warranty, which would be awesome. But as I was saying before, this hasn't at this point put me off the DCT. I feel like any bike can break. Maybe I just caught a sensor wrong or something along those lines, and everything will be better when they reset the system. I don't know. I am bracing for an expensive bill, but I really hope it's not. That's where I'm at right now. So if you live in or around Monticello, Utah, and want to buy us dinner tonight or take us out for a couple of drinks, or hell, just meet us for a beer or two, I've got the time, because I don't think the shop is going to be open when I get there, so we'll probably be here tomorrow too. I apologize for the Utah BDR update that wasn't. I rode 20 minutes today, and it was incredible. It was fun. It was gorgeous. Again, when I cut that full video at the end of the trip, you'll be able to see some of those great shots that we got in that short amount of time. And hopefully I will be back out there shortly. So wish me luck. Thank you so much for the support. We are nearing 1,000 subscribers. I want to thank all of you out there for subscribing and liking the videos and commenting on the videos and telling your friends and family about the videos so that they can like it and subscribe to it also. We are getting very, very close to that 1,000, and I look forward to having a little bit of a bash when that happens as well. So, again, thank you for the support. I appreciate it. It keeps me going when I'm out here doing 25 miles an hour for 60 miles in the heart of Utah at 75 degrees. So, thank you again, and I will get you updates soon. See ya.